Okay, so now I'm not doing my makeup. I know I should because I probably look better, but I just don't feel like it. Don't feel like doing my makeup, you know? I did at Danny's because I needed distraction, but here I just need to tell my story so that way, I don't know what. So, oh yeah, so it resonates with somebody else who shares the same thing. I don't know who's been in my life. So anywho, there's some interesting discoveries today. Um, discovered my mom didn't sign my birth certificate. I think I knew that, but I didn't really think it was a big deal. But then today I asked Gemini, and it might be a big deal. And then, what else happened? Oh yeah, I found in the back of that picture, there's a video in the back of this picture here. There's a penis, so like my family was definitely into selling children. That's what they, Johnny Gosh. But anyways, it's back here in the bag, and you can't hardly see it, but it's definitely a penis. You know, like how Disney would hide, Mickey Mouse and the Swiss cheese, or like all the all the videos, and I don't know all the different. I didn't go watch the Illuminati shit, but anyway, so apparently my family was down with that shit and trying to sell us and all that stuff. And that's why they didn't care when I told them, that I needed help and I was being abused. They didn't care. They were just like, oh, good, because we had a funeral for you and we want you to die. So that's fantastic. Isn't that fantastic to live with? So that sucks. It's my life. Yeah, no one ever told me, but when I got out of prison in 2013, it was like late November. So it would have been like late November, early December. And my sister Jerry saw me and she acted like weird, like she didn't know how to act, like she's seen a ghost. Like really, like Jerry is me. I thought maybe because I put on some weight, she didn't recognize me. No, she literally wanted to run from me. So I found a whole bunch of Jessica Bailey. There's a bunch of Jessica Bailey obituaries, no, funerals, not obituaries. Well, maybe obituaries too, but funerals. So I don't know. And there's a Jessica Marie Bailey. That's not me. I'm Jessica Ann Bailey. I put all my information out because I already know that people are like, listening to my daughters probably talk all the crap because it's from, I don't know, their dad and Jamie. People benefiting from, well, we know because see, I tried to check into IMM accounts because I do have a tribe, and they got my birthday wrong, my birth year wrong, and they said that I didn't have a tribe. Why would I be calling if I didn't have a tribe? So anyways, she signed the name wrong. You're gonna see that it's all fucking shit because I got all the evidence. I got the abate. I'm telling on Dave Randall. I don't give a shit about the whole fucking abate team. They're probably all fucking gang stalkers, and they probably all knew what was going on. And if they didn't know what was going on, it's probably because it was happening to them. Abate, a brotherhood aimed towards education. So you can see the bikers. I don't give a shit. So, anyways, telling their little fucking secrets and shit. Like I give a shit about your little fucking secrets. You took my daughters away. You tried taking my life. So you would take my life away from my daughters just so you could have some fucking stupid, some fucking money or something. You're retarded. So anyways, I tell my story, so I don't know what to tell about it, and there's so much to tell about it, you know. I don't know, like, okay, so my doctor, not my doctor, the doctor that delivered me when I was a baby, these are just weird synchronicities. So my grandma's side of the family, I went to go look up their genealogy, and it said scram. Like, don't look, and at that time it did scare me, so I didn't look. But, and I just never tried again. But anyways, the green side of the family, yeah, greedy green side of the family. So apparently, oh, they're super strong into Lutheran. And my grandma, she would go to church every Sunday. But you know what is so weird? The preacher of that church was like, it was all like it was supposed to be sad and everything. Even my uncle was in on it. My uncle Randy, he knew what was going on. I know he knew what was going on. My hair looks like shit. It's because I'm like, oh, because they did that spell on me, going bald. So, anyways, and I look like shit, so that's okay. What's wrong with me? It's probably just this position. Maybe if I just put the camera down, put the camera down, put the camera up. I don't know. Or maybe if I just put on one of those headbands. Those headbands help. So that way I don't look funny, so it like distracts my head. That's why I need a crown, you know, like a crown chakra. Crown chakra. I'm trying to attack my crown chakra. I can feel it when they try to attack my crown chakra because it like makes my head hurt. And your head shouldn't hurt. So anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so what was I saying? Do you remember what I was saying? I was probably talking about something very important and I probably just disassociated. So anyways, I don't think, I mean, I'm sure they've already found out where I am through the IP address and shit, you know, they do that. I don't really give a shit. Go ahead. Because I take screenshots of all the stuff, and so when you guys try to think that these fake accounts are going to use me because like the freaking keyboard on the phone is fucked up because you guys took control of it and you think it's going to be like, oh, that's going to be like me. Yeah. Fuck off. I don't have a bank account. I got proof I don't have a bank account. If you guys got a bank account in my name, I know you're fucking lying, and they're going to know you're lying because they've been watching, and I don't think you understand that they can hear everything you say and they watch everything you fucking say. They've been watching me for 10 years. They say 5. No, it's been 10. If it hasn't been 5, it was 5 divine watchers, and then it was, I don't know if they were divine or demonic, but whatever. Doesn't really matter. Hi, Donald J. Trump. So, anywho, the blessing of letting go. Why don't you fuck off? So, anyways, what was I saying? I was saying something very important. Oh yeah, the doctor. Aha, yes, that was what we found out today. So mom did not sign my birth certificate. Strange, right? That's strange. So then I look up, okay, I thought it was Coffinger. It's Coffinu or something like that. But anyways, I looked it up, the obituary, and I, you know, zoomed in so I could read it. And this guy's Lutheran, like my grandma was. Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you about the baby. The baby. Remember when Alex Jones was saying they want to like kill, like, you know, like almost full term they want to abort like full term babies. Okay, well, this preacher, his wife, I guarantee if you investigated that, they said that their baby was going to be born like without a brain or without a head. I don't know, without something. It was just wild, okay? Like something I never heard of before. And we're like, oh man, she's giving birth to a baby that's not even gonna be alive. That's so sad. So you guys are gonna have a funeral. That's all fake. That's all fake. And you know what? I knew that was fake when I saw Alex Jones talking about that. Like, he probably had to talk about it 3 or 4 times for it to click in my head, but that's why I had to watch it, you know, like 7 or 8 times because that shit's crazy. So at the Beautiful Savior Lutheran Church in West Des Moines, which was probably paid for with my money that they stole from me, they needed to go have a fake funeral. Yeah, you could tell. You could tell with the synchronicities of the name. You could just tell like how stupid the names are and the thing. Who is this? Your name was flagged. Who is what? You should know my name. If my name was flagged, then what is my name? I don't know. What's my origin? What's my origin? Where does my light come from? You guys know this. You guys know this. I don't know this. All I know is the demons that asked me if they could come in. I didn't know they were demons. They didn't feel like demons to me. But anyways, sure he did. So anywho, this picture, if you look at that picture that I told you, you got to go see it. It's the video in my videos list, and you'll be able to see that that clearly is a penis in the background. That's clearly a signal that we are for fucking sale. My mom's selling us. Okay, let's see. Every single girl in my family has been molested. All of us. All my cousins that are girls. I have 2 cousins that are girls. So, and then I have 2 sisters. We were all molested. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, that's interesting. Now, my grandpa had a Polaroid camera, but I bet my uncles and my grandma got a hold of that. But anyways, so they obviously sacrificed that baby. They knew they were gonna be sacrificing a baby, and I think that my uncle made that story up, and they probably were making the whole thing up to test, because what they do is test I think what they do is test the electromagnetic biofield, because we have, I guess, an invisible body part. I just learned this. And yeah, did you fuck Diddy, Eon? Eon didn't fuck Diddy. No, he didn't. I saw him on Joe Rogan. He was saying how Jennifer Lopez said that they warned us about Donald Trump, but they didn't warn us about P Diddy. Isn't that nice? Did you not hear Justin Bieber crying? That was sad. That was really sad. That's one of the saddest things I think that happens, is when they like is that what they call it? Defile a male, especially a young boy. Like, that's despicable. That's despicable. Like, I wish I could be God. I'm not God, but I do sometimes want to embody God. But because sometimes they make me feel like that. The thumbnails make me feel like that, or the videos speaking, they make me think like that. And then I just like, oh, I take it on. Not a big deal. Anyways, they start it. They started it. They started it when they stole from me. They started it when they hired the fucking people, the cops, the whoever, to fucking do whatever. I don't know what they hire. I don't know. But hopefully FBI can catch. You can't call the FBI. I tried calling the FBI before, and you can't talk. There's just on hold forever. Now maybe that Cash Patel's in there. Maybe. Maybe they'll answer the phone, but I don't want to try right now. So anyways, the doctor that delivered me is Lutheran, from a Masonic lodge, and yeah, that's the religion that my grandma is, and my grandma is a fucking bitch. She hated me. So anyways, apparently they just couldn't handle my light. I don't know. You were censored by Congress for comments just like this. I can't believe you're asking such a question. Pam Bondi and Adam Schiff. I knew Adam Schiff was like a shifter, like a shapeshifter. Not a shapeshifter. Oh, he might be a shapeshifter. He might be a shapeshifter. So anyways, yeah, that's nice to know that, like, your family is satanic cult that's been responsible for my mom allowing guys to molest me. It's pretty fucking sad. I don't know how to take that. I was crying yesterday a little bit, and then after that is when the anger came out, at the Eminem shit. But if you can't get over it, get the fuck over it. You write fucking murder songs all the time. It's 3 a.m. in the morning, and you sing the fucking killer songs all the time. Shady will fucking kill you. So you can say it. I didn't say it. I pretended I was God, and that God wants your baby. Like, he took mine. Because to me, like, I don't know what's going on, so my mind's just going crazy with all sorts of ideas of what's going on. And if you can't understand that, then that's not my problem. That's not my problem. The Testament of Moses. Who put that on? I didn't. Okay, so anyways, I'm trying to get this. I don't know what I'm trying to get. Hold on. I was trying to... Oh, yeah, that's what I needed. Bluetooth. Don't even try fucking with my shit. Is anybody in here? Probably not. Good, that's good. Okay. Did it go on? Oh, I don't know. I might have to pair it. Did we not pair it? Might not have paired it. Hold on. Oh, that's right. It wouldn't pair last time. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Because they like to fuck with my shit. All the time. Oh, 40% battery. Okay. New device connected. There are no yet. So anyway, my grandpa erased my memory. Luciferian bloodlines, but Lutheran. What would that? Oh no, I didn't like this guy. I didn't feel
They're
like
telling me to call
toxic people. Dealing with toxic people. Who's toxic?
Whether it is at work, with family, or even in your social circle. First, you need to recognize toxic behavior for what it is. This sounds obvious, but is not always easy. Toxic people do not walk around with a sign that says, "Warning, I'm about to ruin your day." They can be subtle. Maybe it is a coworker who always criticizes your ideas but never offers anything constructive. Or a friend who seems to thrive on drama and pulls you into it every chance they get. Or even a family member who makes you feel small with backhanded compliments. The key is to pay attention to how you feel after interacting with them. Do you feel drained?
Oh, no, and my aunt doesn't get to use that, Roxanne. You don't get to use when I told you that you were just a CNA. Stop trying to diagnose my mom, because everybody was trying to diagnose my mom, but I didn't realize this was all just a big fucking game, you know? It was all just a big game. But anyways, so her girlfriend recognized that I said she was just a CNA. I was like, well, you're not a doctor. That's why I said just. You're not a doctor. Why are you trying to diagnose my mom with all these things, you know? It's like, anyways, I was wondering if my family worked for like commission on the frickin' for the healthcare system, because they sure act like it, you know? Oh, did you try this one yet? Oh, did you try this pill? Did you? Oh, I think you got that signal. I think, okay, well, no, I think it's a fucking demon, bitch, because you're fucking satanic. How about that, Roxanne? How about that? Yeah, sorry about that.
Anxious,
Is
like
this
you need
toxic?
to...
This is toxic. No, this is reaction, and this is like I'm responding to what you put on me. You put on me some bullshit. Now I'm giving it back because I speak the truth. And they're satanic. And they're like like satanic ritual abusers, you know, like no different than Danny. But can you believe they had a fucking funeral for me? Just for all that. And then I don't know if this tarot card reading is right. I probably shouldn't say anything about the tarot card reading, but you know, because
And
who
yourself,
knows? You never
that is
know.
your gut telling you something is off. I've
Yeah.
had moments where I walked away from a conversation feeling like I just ran a marathon. Not physically, but mentally. You know that feeling like you are trying to solve a puzzle that does not have all the pieces? That is a red flag. Toxic people often manipulate, gaslight, or just dump their negativity on you. They might say things like, "You are too sensitive," or "I was just joking, why are you so upset?" Those are tactics to make you doubt yourself. Do not fall for it. Trust your
I'm not
instincts.
doubting
If
myself.
someone
I got
consistently
hard
makes you feel bad,
evidence.
that is not your fault. It is their behavior. Once you spot the signs, the next step is to set boundaries. This is huge. Boundaries are like the force field around your spaceship. They protect you from getting hit by asteroids, or in this case, toxic nonsense. Setting
That's not
boundaries means
toxic
deciding what you
nonsense.
will and will not
That's
tolerate. For example, if someone is always negative, you might decide you will only engage with them on neutral topics like work tasks or the weather. If they try to drag you into their drama, you politely shut it down. You might say, "I am not comfortable discussing that. Let us talk about something else."
Yeah, that's
Simple,
what I'll do
firm,
from now on. I'm
and no
sorry I
need to
didn't do that
explain
in the
yourself.
first place.
I will be honest, setting
I should have
boundaries
done that
can
in the first
feel
place, and I
awkward at
didn't. I
first. You
should have
might
done
worry
that in my
about
fucking
seeming rude or
business.
hurting someone's
It's my
feelings,
fucking
but
business.
here is the
I always
truth.
want to be a
Toxic
helper.
people
Nobody's
do not
helping nobody.
respect
Just
weak
stop.
boundaries.
You know?
If you are vague or inconsistent, they will push right through. Be clear and stick to your limits. For instance, I have had to deal with people who would bombard me with complaints or demands at all hours. My solution, I set specific times for those discussions and stuck to them. If they tried to derail me outside those times, I would say, "Let us schedule a time to talk about this properly." It is not about being cold, it is about protecting your energy so you can focus on what actually matters. Now let us talk about
Okay,
something
but what
tricky.
does matter
Toxic
at
people
this
at work.
point?
This is tough because you
I
cannot...
know, at this point, this is, I don't understand, like, what okay, I know, I gotta get an apartment, I gotta do that, but then these people call ahead to where I'm going to try to get an apartment and tell them, because we go there for the certain fucking hours that they stated, and then they're not there, and I know they paid them to fucking leave, so we're gonna have to call the mayor and complain that the freaking place that's supposed to be open says it was open, but it wasn't open, and nobody answered, and nobody called me back, you know, because somebody's paying them. Yeah, when I'm not even searching for anything in the area that I'm at, and the area that I'm at that I'm trying to not disclose because of Danny. They disclose it right to me in the search suggestions. It's like, really? Why don't you go fuck yourselves? Jordan Peterson, I know it's you. I know it's you. Where would you get all your fucking million? How would you pay for your daughter's wedding if you weren't looking in on my situation and then releasing all this stuff? Now all of a sudden you can't touch a chosen one. Why weren't you saying you can't touch a chosen one? Be like in the middle of Danny freaking throwing a trash can on my head, picking me up by my neck, carrying me around the frickin' apartment. How come you didn't come out with it then? You do it after after you find, and then it's like, oh, I'm not even chosen. That's just a big fat lie. I don't give a shit. I know what the fuck I saw. I know what the fuck I experienced. I don't think it's fucking real. I never said that I thought it was real. I put it out there like, this is what happened to me. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I think it's the military doing it like what they did in Iraq with the soldiers and their fucking psyop shit, you know. That's why I don't want anything to do with Jocko anymore. I just don't, because I don't trust him. I don't trust, and I think it's bullshit. I don't like to be hurt like that, because I actually do have feelings. I am a real person with real feelings, and just because these assholes are going around telling stories and have me shadow banned and telling lies on me, it's not true. And I don't have anything to cower from or to, because I am not lying. I don't have anything to fucking hide. They do. They do. They're the ones going around acting like me, Bailey. They're the ones going around acting like me, using my ideas, using other people's ideas, mixed with my ideas, and they know it. And they know it. So anyways, I don't have a bank account. That's why I use prepaid cards. Look at all my orders I've ever done. It's always a prepaid card, prepaid gift card, or prepaid Visa card, you know, just depending on where I'm going. So, you guys are stupid. You're so fucking stupid. And I'm tagging all the evidence FBI. Yeah. Because I think Kash Patel is not going to like the targeting, because Kash Patel was targeted. I think Donald Trump's not going to like the targeting because Donald Trump was targeted. And who was I targeted by? Satanic ritual sexual assaulters or fucking pedophile protectors? Shannon, she's a fucking pedophile protector. How is she not? And Danny calling me a pedophile? Why would he call me a pedophile unless he was trying to stick his fucking karma on me? Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? And they know, because they've been watching me, so they know. And I know they've been watching me because I could feel it. Well, I did kind of stop feeling it for a little bit, but then I started feeling it again. So it just happens like that. So anyways. Oh yeah, sorry, didn't know you were talking. I had to speak my truth. You
Always walk away. Maybe it is a boss who micromanages you to death, or a colleague who takes credit for your work. Workplaces can be breeding grounds for toxic behavior, and it can mess with your head if you let it. One strategy I have found helpful is to
I don't want to get into the work. I want to do something at home. I want to, like, I seen these people, they would like pack pencils, you know, and then they'd ship them out. They'd pack pencils in a box for like the students. It was in China. I thought, why can't we have that here, you know? Why can't we have that here? Because you got a lot of people like me that just have social anxiety. Just have social anxiety. Don't want to be out, you know, I don't like being around people. And now, do you think I want to be around people? And I just had to ask my cousin and them if they wanted to kill, or if somebody bribed them to kill me, or, you know, I said, because just let me know, because I'll just do it myself. I don't have to make you do it, you know, I'll do it myself. Because I'm not going to put that on my cousin. Why should I put that on her just because you guys are idiots and you don't know how to leave well enough alone? You know, you should leave well enough alone. Because I just have this gut feeling, this gut instinct that you're not going to win. I have that
these
feeling.
interactions like a science experiment. Seriously, pretend you are observing their behavior from a distance, like you are studying an alien species. This helps you stay detached and not take their actions personally. For example, I've dealt with people who would try to provoke me in meetings, maybe throwing out a snarky comment or questioning my decisions in a way that felt more...
I was just joking, Eon. I used to comment to Eon about that, just in the comments, like, they don't read those anyways, do they? About, like, you know, I'd call his mom and he's got to get diapers and stuff like that. It was just a joke. It was just a joke, Eon.
More like an attack than a critique. Instead of getting emotional, I would focus on the facts. I would respond calmly, stick to the data, and not let them drag me into their game. It is like playing chess. You do not react impulsively to their moves. You think 3 steps ahead. And here's a pro tip. Document everything. If someone is toxic at work, keep a record of their behavior, emails, comments, dates. It is not about being paranoid. It is about having evidence if you need to escalate the issue to HR or manager. Speaking of escalation, sometimes you have to bring in reinforcements. If a toxic person is making your work life miserable and boundaries are not enough, talk to someone with authority. But here is the key. Do not make it personal. Focus on how their behavior impacts the team or the project, not just you. Managers are more likely to act if you show the bigger picture. And if the toxic person is your boss, That is trickier, but you still have options. You can limit your exposure by keeping interactions professional and brief. Or if it is really bad, start exploring other opportunities. Your mental health is worth more than any job. Let us shift gears to toxic people in your personal life, like friends or family. This is where things get emotional, because these are people you might care about, but love does not mean you have to tolerate toxicity. With friends, it is often easier to create distance. If someone is constantly negative or manipulative, you can slowly reduce contact. Stop initiating plans. Be less available. I've done this before, politely declining invitations or keeping conversations short. We'll eventually get the hint and move on. Family is harder. You might feel obligated to stay close, especially if it is a parent.
Okay, so it had 40% battery, but apparently it has no battery now. So, anyways, that happens. Toxic people, I don't know, am I toxic because I just got out of a toxic situation, so I just got like toxic news to share, you know? But it's said that I need to share it because then it will resonate, and then that's how it picks up, like in the thing. I got the whole thing, I don't want to read it again. So anyways, got it from another video that I had to write down or copy down. So anyways, the dragon bloodlines, you know. So anyways, God said what? God said only you see this. Oh, okay. They lied about my birth. That's what they're saying, but I can't believe. Well, I mean, I could believe it because my mom said she had, well, I know she had a C-section, I think, because she had the, you know, the scars on her stomach. But I asked her if the C-section that I said, did you just go into labor with me and then you have emergency C-section? Or I said, by me, you knew what time, you got to set up a time, right? She said, yeah, that she had an appointment. Who has an appointment at 2:10 a.m.? You know? Because if you're going in and you're like, okay, you're going to get you put under and stuff, and then it's 2:10 a.m., they're finally cutting the baby out for the first breath. Come on, the first breath is the most important breath, you know? But I want to hear this. I got to hear this. The truth which is descended like a thunderbolt. Yeah, see, then they just try like, I don't know. I don't trust them. Well, look, I don't know. Who did the impossible? I thought it said they did. Anyways, save the playlist. I got playlist. So anyway, that sucks. So people think I'm a bitch because of my girls, but they didn't understand that I didn't understand, and well, I mean, I did understand, but I can't sugarcoat anything, and I can't be, you know, the nicey nice mom that, you know, I mean, I was like a cool mom, you know, like I did cool things, but they knew, like, you know, there's like, you don't cross this line, or, you know, we don't, you know, I don't know. Maybe I was a bad mom. Maybe I don't think so, though. I really don't think so. And nobody ever told me I was a bad mom. Even the social worker, Ellen, she said that I was a good mom, that the girls were well-rounded, and you could tell, you know, that they were raised good because they had lots of love. You know, when they were babies, I smiled at them all the time. Like, I didn't like anybody to look at my babies without smiling, because if you're not smiling at the baby, then maybe they'll think you're mad or something. I don't know. That's what I thought. Anyways, I was only 15, so, you know, or 16 when I had my first baby. Anyways, my babies were always smiley, they were always happy, they were always healthy, and nothing wrong with them until I am taken out of the picture, and then one wants to kill herself because my sister told her that I prioritized drugs over her, which, why would you tell a child that? Why would you tell a child that? Oh, because you wanted her to try to kill herself, Shannon? Because you certainly wanted me to kill myself, and that's blatantly obvious. You know, so anyways, I don't know. And I told you guys go check Abate. I got the paper where Dave, they sent it to me, I think in the mail or whatever, because Dave paid for the membership, because what would I know about Abate? What do I know about that? Come the fuck on. I don't know anything. My friend was Dusty and Kelly and Kim, who they killed. They told her she had cancer. She did not have cancer. She didn't have breast cancer. They just wanted to kill her with radiation poisoning. How many people do you think have died because of that? Because she was a real friend that would have helped me. It definitely would have helped me out of Danny. She would have drove 4, 5, 6, 7. She would have drove across the country to come get me from him. I'm sure of it. But They can't have that. They didn't want me to have that. They got Dusty was easy, you know, because Dusty never really liked me that much anyway. She was just in it for like, she just needed a friend for like, you know, to build her up, you know. It was never anything of ever about me. It's never ever going to be about me. And that's why, you know, it's like whatever. I don't want it to be about me. It's not about wanting the attention. It's about the situation in itself. Pedophilia needs attention. You guys need to stop. Rappers need to stop rapping if they can't rap and it not be on the energy, creative energy that they're robbing from the babies. Yeah. If that's not true, then prove it. I don't think, I think it's very true from everything I've been hearing. So, everything I saw looks like adrenochrome and all that stuff. I mean, I don't know how, like, who drinks it, where it goes, like, who's into it, but somebody's into it. They're definitely eating babies because they said it. We've definitely seen that shit on the fucking dark web. And, you know, I'd be more than happy to eat any of my family members except for my babies. But I would eat my sister right up. Yeah, that fucking bitch. Well, she fucking took my daughter. She took my daughter. Cook her, put her in a stew. I don't want to eat her. I'm just joking. I don't want to eat my sister. But if you're going to be around, like, if for some reason you get caught up in some dark web serial killers, you gotta join the fucking fun with them, or otherwise you're going to get fucked up. You're going to get fucked up in the head because you're going to be crying like that one guy was. Not me. No, I would fake it and fake it strong and be like, and then they'd be cool with me. They'd probably fall in love with me, you know. Like, I don't know. That's what the fucking YouTube thumbnails keep saying, is everybody's falling in love with me. I only have love for Vladimir. And I know that'll never happen. That's why I keep my love for him, because I know it'll never happen. So he can have it all. Because I don't trust anybody. I don't trust anybody not to be like Danny, you know, just like, I mean, I could see the red flags of like trying to like be everything in common, mirroring me. You know, wait until he gets his mirror, if he's not already getting it. But I hope he gets his mirror. I hope he gets a mirror. So anyways, who knows? I don't know. So anyways, I just had to come and update you guys on that little information. I guess I don't really know what I'm supposed to focus on, what I'm supposed to do. I'm kind of like, you know, Danny's, I'd have like 45 minutes to make a makeup video, but, oh, I could do my skincare. I do need to do that. I do need to do skincare. So, anyways, too bad I just can't have, like, a frickin', what's it called? What is that thing called that I need? What is that called? Oh, like a 24/7 live cam, you know, so that way I can make sure that they're like certainly surveillancing me 24/7, you know, not just like my biofield frequency measures or whatever they do, you know, because I don't do anything, you know, I don't do anything, so it's fantastic. But they're gonna try their damnedest to get me set up on something because they're just pussies who couldn't imagine being in jail. I've been to prison. I've been to jail. Bitch, I know it ain't nothing but a fucking hard vacation. So I know what's up with that. But they're fucking pussies that are scared of it. You know? Not me. Not me. I'd look at it like a retirement if that's how it had to be. But it don't have to be like that, does it? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Now if I stay poor and all that stuff, then, you know, I don't want to say it out loud, but you know, Santissima Muerte. I love Santissima Muerte. I like to call her Santissima Muerte. That way they don't try to tie me in with cartels, because I'm not in with the cartels. I don't like trafficking babies. I think that's rude. I think that's fucked up. I think they're just fucked up. They're evil, evil people that would do that shit, you know, to a baby. You know? Because I don't remember the abuse, you know, but I have family members that were old enough to remember it, and that's why I can't believe Shannon is like the way she is. It's like, wow, bitch, you fucking turned demonic? That's crazy. And I didn't know that she was like that. I would have never sent my daughter to her. I would have took my chances with the Indian foster care, you know, in Oklahoma. Sent her down to be with a foster family that's from the tribe. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I could have trusted him, but I think I probably could have trusted him more than I could trust my sister. Telling my daughter shit like that, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Yeah, and then the foster parent that I had, my sister, wouldn't you know, my sister introduced me to her, Don. That's my cousin's name too. That was the doctor that delivered me. That was his name too, Don, D-O-N, and there's D-A-W-N. But yeah. So the she I talked to her after jail. Like, I talked to her when I first went to jail, you know, when I first caught my charge, and everything was cool. I remember the last thing she said to me was like, stay strong, you know. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, and then I called her, like, it was like, I was out a couple weeks, and I was like, yeah, I got out, I'm doing good, I'm in Burgess, and da-da-da, I'm gonna be getting a job, blah, blah. She's like, do you even know what you did to your girls? I'm like, what are you talking about? And she just hung up on me. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't get it. And remember, I told you, I saw my sister. I saw my sister for the first time, you know, when we were at Walmart. You know, the place that I was at took us to Walmart. And my sister just acted like she saw a ghost and like she didn't want anything to do with me. I was like, Jerry, hi, what's going on? Oh, yeah, and the doctor that delivered me, he has a daughter with the name Anne Anne, and then another one with the name Jerry. You'll see it in the obituary, you know, if you investigate it and you go look at it. You know, I don't know, like he died 2 years after I was born at the age of 50. Crazy, huh? So I think it's crazy that they're all Lutheran. I think, oh yeah, and that kid, you know, that Marshalltown kid that died, that they said just ran away. Go look at the temperature. Go look at how cold the temperature was in Marshalltown around January 27th, or when that kid would have taken off. Because when they said that kid took off, it was way too fucking cold. It was way too fucking cold. I've never had it. I've never even experienced that cold again before or after that ever in my life. That was like, you could not be out there for 5 minutes. You can be out there for 2 minutes without your fingers like stinging because it's like so fucking cold. I never experienced it like that before, but I did then. And I was like, there's no way that kid ran away in this weather. He didn't make it past the parking lot without running back, but apparently he made it far away behind some building and then dead. No, that's oh, and his family was, the funeral was at a Lutheran church. Check it out. Go look at all the Lutherans. Go look at the Lutherans, okay? Ugh, so I don't know. I don't know. Everybody talks about the Catholics. I don't know if it's the Catholics. I don't know if it's the. I mean, it might be the Catholics, but I think it's the Lutherans. You might want to check the Lutherans. So, anyways, I hope Kash Patel and Pam Bondi are on it because I know I'd be on it. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, was like advocate for. I wanted to work at the what's that called? The Coalition Against Sex Offenders or whatever. But I didn't realize that they already filled those little, you know, advocacy areas, buildings, whatever, jobs. They filled them up with pedophiles and pedophile protectors. Well, that's not me. That's not me. No, no, no. I confronted the guy that put his dick in my mouth when I was 2, and he said, "Oh, I touched your sister." I don't know how, like, what words he actually. I can't remember the words that he used because, you know, I was like nervous, you know, but I just, you know, still gotta do what I gotta do, you know. I had to confront him. I wanted to just take this pyramid thing and just smash it in his face. That's what I really wanted to do, but I gave it to him and I said, you do it. You do it to yourself. I don't know if that worked, but I really wanted to and I wanted him to have something to remember that I knew that, you know, I know what's fucking going on anyway. So yeah, that was just, wow. That's a lot. That's a lot. Like I can hardly, like, I mean, I believe it because I see what I see and I know. I just see what I know. And I don't need any, I mean, I would like some, like, explanation, you know, like, have they seen, were there any pictures of me as a baby or my sisters, you know, do you see any, are there any pictures out there in the fucking pedo world, you know, but this was like in 1985, so 1985, 1986, and who knows for how long it went on, because apparently there's more stuff, and I don't know what's going on, so Anywho, oh, but I think I saw one of my exes. What was his name? Tommy, yeah. And that one was like, we didn't leave on like bad terms. Well, I mean, first time we did because he like backhanded me, so I immediately broke up with him, and I sprayed his clothes with my Rapture perfume because that was fucked up. He didn't need to hit me. I was just doing my job that he knew that I had before he even started dating me. But anyways, beyond that, we got over that because, you know, I get over that really quick. I just let people hurt me and then I'm just like, ah, you're cool because I'm a fucking retard. I'm a fucking retard, for real. That's okay though. We'll get over it. We'll stop being retarded. Maybe we'll stop being retarded. I don't know. So anyways, yeah. Mirror on what? Mirror on maybe the 11th of next month. When the moon is out. Is that when you're supposed to mirror? How do you guys do that? I don't know. When do they do like spells? Like they have to do it on a certain night. What's this over here? You guys, is there anybody who can see orbs? There's something right over here on me. I can feel it. I can feel it right here. My neck. Maybe it's Archangel Michael. Or maybe it's a demon. I don't know. They said Archangel Michael's with me. I said Archangel Michael's with me. I said Gabriel's with me. They added Raphael. That's cool. I like Raphael. Add whichever one you want. Anyway, so yeah, I think I really did live with a serial killer for 8 years. Yeah. And that's fucked up. That's alright though, you know. Whatever. That's alright. So anyways, one of my favorite books to read right here, The Infamous. Just love to read this book. Just love to read it. You know, I'm really good at reading this book. Anyways, got another book to read. What is this doing on? You have done... See, it tries to build me up because then it's just going to tear me down. So I'm not going to let it do that. What I'll do is just concern myself. They have started hacking people. Protect your mind. Neurovergent marriage, autism. This music connects you to your guardian angels. Yeah, I don't know if I trust that. You're a genius. You shut them up. I didn't shut anybody up. They're just getting more fucking... And what's this? A message. Don't give up. A message for you. Why not? Let's see. Why would she say that? See if she's genuine. We'll see if she's genuine. Because I'm used to people being mean. There are genuine people that come across and I can feel it. I can see it. And that's very nice. And I appreciate it so much. I do. You know? But hold on.
You just can't take it anymore. You feel so burnt out. You're so tired of the challenges.
Okay, see, no, that's what they call word spells, you know, where they just try to tell you, you're this, you're that, you're tired, you're this, you're that. Fuck that. Don't tell me what the fuck I am. I know what the fuck I am. I don't need you to tell me what I am. Fucking shit. Fucking bullshit. I don't need that. So anyways, I gotta figure that out. Like these people, oh, I know, these are good guys here. Alex Jones, yeah, and Roseanne Barr together. That's fantastic. Yeah.
You know how I always say, greetings, Earthlings?
Yeah.
Well, and human beings, and, you know, Nephilim, what are they, Jake?
Nephilims.
Nephilim, Anunnaki, whoever's here, you know, animals especially.
All life forms.
All life forms. All conscious beings. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm so excited today because you know how I love to talk to geniuses. But I was going to say, if the beings from other planets who are smarter than us, who are probably on equal level to animals, I love animals. They're smarter than us because they don't have to bullshit themselves to feel joy in life.
Yeah.
But if the beings from other planets who are equal to animals landed here and said, take us to your leader, they would come here to Alex Jones Studio where I am speaking to our leader today. Welcome to the Roseanne Barr podcast. In Alex Jones Studio.
Oh, you see, wow, well, it's your studio right now.
Are they gonna stop making music off the babies?
So, yeah, I've never been given such. I'm sorry.
I gotta ask Alex Jones a question. Just give me 1 second, okay?
You are beyond a genius. Oh, my guest today is Alex Jones.
Oh, okay. Alex Jones, I have a question, maybe. Do you know, are the musicians getting their creative energy from the missing babies and the missing children, by draining their energy? You know what I mean? I don't want to get into detail. I just have that feeling, and I think you would know, because I feel like that's where Eminem said, if you were half as nice as him, you could sacrifice virgins too. You know?
Are fierce and great
I don't
leader.
know. I'm
You
not afraid
let
to ask
us
it.
out. Alex, hi, Alex.
Roseanne, it is great to see you. I love you being on my show today. You are on fire.
You know why I was on fire? Because you gave me some of this,
Ultramethylene blue.
yeah.
We don't sponsor them.
What
I
is
don't sponsor them, but I
ultramethylene
want to
blue? I
sponsor
want to
them.
Well,
see
you're
them.
welcome to go out. You can be your own great USP and sell it and help people because Robert Kennedy Jr. loves it. It cleans out your mitochondria. We've got the strongest there is.
I mean, it really set me, I really got focused, which, Jake always keeps me on focus.
Only took you, 30 minutes to kick in, too?
Yeah, and I just feel so good, Jake. You've got to keep me on focus.
I'm on it
Because
too.
there's a million, yeah, he took some too.
It's kicking in right now.
So you felt it.
I'm feeling it right now.
Yeah, so we
What does
want
it
to be
feel
so
like?
focused because we have waited
Because
so
I
long
can't get
to
high
speak
on
with you, have
drugs
you on our
anymore,
podcast.
It's like
We've been,
they
you were the
ruined
number
it
one
with all
person
the
we
abuse.
always
It really
wanted on our
affects your
podcast
brain.
because
and
I
all
love
that.
you so much. You are a Moses-like character, in my opinion. You let us out of bondage, out
Yeah,
of the mind
Alex
bondage of
Jones.
media. You broke every single rule. Everybody who began to see that there was a conspiracy against the minds and the thinkers of America was awakened by you. And
Yep.
first of all, I just want to say thank you.
Alex
Thank you.
Jones
Thank
did
you
wake
for
me up because
being
I
on
remember
my
seeing it. I
podcast. You
read
had
it.
so many
I've
things.
been trying to get on for a while.
He probably, I don't think he liked me though.
But here we are.
No,
think
but
he
here
liked
we
me.
are.
I don't think he knew me, but I don't think he
well,
liked
the
me.
planets
It's like,
have definitely
it's weird.
aligned.
It's
and, I'm very grateful.
what
I'm
is
very.
it?
That's so
Psychosis.
cool.
That's what
I'm
it
trying
is.
to think of where I
Spiritual
want to go first.
psychosis.
Well, there's so much. You made a great point on my show today that we can elaborate on about because things take so much time.
Yeah.
And people are living in instant gratification. That's how they manipulate and control us because people don't see things in the continuum.
Yeah, they have, well, they've managed to separate cause and effect, using the media so people don't see the effect of the cause. They've separated those two things so far apart with the fairy tale they spin all the time and the narrative they put out on the media to keep us lulled into compliance, right? And then here you came, and I want to ask you, what made you do it? What made you go, I'm going to get on there and sell some truth to the American people?
I mean, I was a jock, a Chad, but I also grew up where my mom's got a degree in history and my dad really smart, read a lot of books. And so I just grew up, like cartoons back then, as you know, were only on Saturday. A little bit by the time I got home.
Oh, I forgot my thing. I'll be right back.
I never really into cartoon stuff. But I started like comic books and stuff. By the time I was really a reader, I was about 9 or so. I started reading some of the history books that were around the house. And I showed interest. So my dad got me encyclopedias about the Wild Wild West, about World War II, a lot of stuff, illustrated encyclopedias. And so I read all those and just got into history. And so I think my love of history
Is it
is
working?
what
Oh, it's
gave me
gonna
knowledge of
charge.
what was
Oh, that
happening
sucks.
at the
Okay,
time. I think,
here.
they said,
Where's that one at?
those that don't know history are doomed to repeat it.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I did
Me
it.
too. I got those encyclopedias myself, and I couldn't
Oh, there it
I
is.
couldn't get my nose out of them. I loved history.
Amazing.
And how it always does repeat, right? Doesn't it?
Absolutely.
And doesn't it always repeat because people's minds are captured?
Absolutely. And there's been corrupt systems of mind control that you've been exposed to for so long through different cultures that basically create the same formula with these cults and priesthoods to keep people in the dark. And we go through the same process over and over again.
Yeah, but do you think it's different now in any way? I mean, do you see the effect of your cause?
Well, I mean, I have been the most successful in the last 31 years I've been on air of all the other great people at reaching so many other great people who I got to interview, and most of them are gone now, over the years. I was interviewing Kathy O'Brien 30 years ago. He was on You and I Today. Well, you look what she said 30 years ago, it's all been proven accurate.
Isn't that amazing?
So, I mean, I was just young and wanted to be able to get on every platform I could because I wanted to tell people about it. And so that's why I had success. And then the persecuted me came after me, but we had the Streisand effect. God works in mysterious ways.
Yes, absolutely. I do want to talk to you about God because you are very educated on that subject. In fact, I always go.
See, now I can zoom in.
Alex Jones is a mystic.
Well, I have had a lot of what you call mystic experiences.
But the way you put thoughts together, I mean, it's very powerful. And it's narrative destroying stuff. So I wanted to ask you about
I have a
your
bitch
faith,
face.
because I feel like
Fuck off.
you're always talking about your
Fuck
faith
you,
and
Dave
it's
Randall. Fuck
well.
you, Dave Randall.
I can
Ooh, you
tell
want to
us
shoot
something
yourself?
about
Ooh, hoo, hoo.
And I wanted to
Good.
ask you how core is
I don't give a shit. He wanted me to kill myself. Didn't he? Yeah,
Well,
he
we went
did.
to church and stuff when I was a child, but I really wasn't that attracted to
I
it.
have no
It
feelings
just seemed kind of like a pep
anymore,
rally.
except for my children. I
But
do. Might not
the
look like
archetypes
it,
of
but
good
I do.
versus evil, and then experiencing the Holy Spirit and being given discernment, basically told the future, or we're certainly given inclinations of it, and then in many events where I was just literally not very often, so it's actually like hear a voice saying.
Am I the only one that thinks P. Diddy, they got a clone in the jail? I don't know. I feel like, because the way, like, he's looking at me through the
That's called
pictures, like,
foresight.
you know, like, bitch, I don't have anything to do with you. I was born in 1982. I'd never been in a music video. Don't know anything about the music industry. Just know the music,
Yeah.
you know?
This dimension is just a reflection of the
Why is she looking at me like that?
more complex.
Yeah. Up in the penthouse of thought world.
Well, the universe is real. There is a construct inside of it, right? That they are building a grid. It's basically a prison that our souls are not able to, like, you know, escape to heaven to. Yeah, but to escape. You know, it's retarded. I don't know if that's even real, but
I've had some adventure.
What was the first spiritual attack you felt as a child? Because I had one too. I wonder what yours was like.
oop, that's not one.
I've never really shared this.
Ever see your dog or cat slowing down or having health issues and you wonder,
I damn I
want
wish.
to or not?
You know,
You could talk in allegory.
Or what is a spiritual attack, maybe?
I mean, you know, the time Tucker Carlson talked about.
Yeah.
What did he
I
say? I
had some
didn't
of
hear.
that when I was young.
I didn't hear. Why is he covering
It's
me?
called like poltergeist type stuff.
Oh yeah, if I get stuck in the middle world because I can't escape, because I ain't signing no contracts to come back and learn any more lessons, I don't think so. I'm staying in the in-between and I'm gonna poltergeist the people that mess with, the lineage of the people that mess with me, because it's all the same DNA, it's all the same person, you know?
It's going on. Nothing's happening. It's afternoon on a Saturday. I'd have to wait in the car to go to a movie and just get picked up and thrown all the way up against the wall, and my shoulders were located.
Oh, wow.
It was like, whoa. So definitely in the whole spiritual energetic vortex.
I don't know what happens after you leave the Matrix.
And I had other experiences like that, but of more of
Okay,
spiritual
stop,
assault,
get down,
trying to force its way in,
down.
of like sexual nature. That's one of the forms of demonic invasion.
Yeah.
Then I had for smoking, I'm having one too. Don't do this at home, kids. Since I'm in shape, working out a lot, I still smoke a few cigarettes, no tobacco. Looks like a Carlson's out, by the way. It's great and healthy, good for you that way. But not nicotine is bad; it's the delivery systems. But you know, I had some interesting experiences when I was pretty young. I wouldn't call it, from my perspective, it wasn't pedophilic because I was 12 and I looked like I was about 15 or 16. But I would have like older girls in the town, in the neighborhood and stuff. You know, that I started getting with when I was 12 and had what you'd call a lot of success at that. And then by the time I was about 13 or so,
Old women sleeping with 12-year-old
repeatedly, different ones, 10,
I
20
can't
miles apart,
imagine that.
would say, hey, we're in a satanic cult, we want you to be in it.
Oh, wow.
And I had some pretty amazing things there. Never was part of it, but repeatedly I would be like,
Oh, so they invited Alex Jones to be in a satanic cult. Let me ask him if he knows anything about Lutherans. Alex Jones, do you know anything about the Lutherans and pedo sex rings? Because I think they might have something to do with Johnny Gosh coming up missing. And not just that, you know, I don't know. Sorry, guys. Oh, shit, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I meant to do.
be like, and they, this 16-year-old girl, when I'm 14, was taking me out the lake or whatever, and then like pull into this place, and there's torches and stuff,
Oh my God.
and black hoods, and I'm like,
Torches and black
literally
hoods.
walk out of there.
My family never invited me to anything like that.
I'm in the country, go knock on a farmhouse door and call my dad. They didn't have cell phones back then. I had some adventures like that that are like eyes wide shut.
Isn't it weird
Like
in the country how rife that is?
I still haven't got to see that movie. I tried
Yeah,
watching it, but I couldn't because where I was at, I was like, wait a minute, these fucking perverts are gonna think this is some type of invitation. I don't fucking think so. Turn this shit off. Because I was living with the fucking perverts because I was stuck. I didn't have anywhere to go. But then I decided to go back to serial killer. I'd rather live with a serial killer than live with a pedophile, you know? So,
Big Christian community.
Yeah.
Like the Christians were totally asleep. And then you had people right next to it that were rich and powerful. That's really.
I just like what he said, sit back
It
and
seems to
observe
center
them,
itself where people are rich and
Don't
powerful, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And I can see now the devil's not omnipresent, but he's been around a long time and does have his agents all over and has that intelligence. And could figure out God had some big plan for me. So I definitely got targeted.
But you knew God had a plan for you?
No, I got tempted by evil and the pride of it. I mean, not by the occultism and stuff, but just what I was becoming. And I would say that I never fell to evil completely, but for a couple of years.
What
My beloved one, don't
picture?
skip this. Don't
They
scroll
said this
past.
is why you look bad in
If
pictures.
this video
I'm
has
like,
found you,
fuck
it's
off.
because it was meant to.
Fuck off.
God himself is calling you. In a world filled with distractions, filled with noise, you may think it's just a coincidence, that your finger just happened to stop here. But let me tell you something. This moment is no accident. The algorithm didn't bring this to you. Divine intervention did. Out of millions of people scrolling aimlessly, God chose this moment for
I don't
you.
scroll
You feel it
aimlessly.
in your
I'm
heart.
looking for something
tug,
specific.
the
I just
pull,
don't know what
The reason
yet.
why you are still watching when so many others have already moved on. God's message is reaching you right now, and he wants you to listen. You are not here by chance. You are here because heaven has something to say to you. Chosen one, your steps have been guided. Your heart has been led here. You might wonder why, in a world of infinite distractions, you are stopping to hear this. It's because God's timing is perfect.
No, it's because you
The very
said that there
breath
was
you
a
take,
picture
the
of
very
me and
beat
I
of your
wanted to
heart,
see it.
all of it is part of a divine orchestration. And right now, God is whispering to you, do not turn away from this moment. Now listen closely to what he says. God speaks to you through a vision, through an unseen realm where hearts are laid bare, where truth is revealed and where the surface is but a shadow of what truly lies beneath. There is someone close to you, smiling at you, but you need to understand, not every smile is genuine. Not every expression of affection is rooted in love. There are hearts that pretend, eyes that deceive, and words that mask true intent. Discernment, beloved, is your shield. It is the spiritual armor that protects you from the snares of deception. God is showing you something deeper than what is visible. A visionary soul, someone with spiritual sight, has cried upon seeing your picture. What does this mean? It means that something about you is so pure, so honest, so filled with light, that even those who can see beyond the physical realm are moved. But do not be fooled. You may see the smiles, but behind them lies the truth of their hearts. You must trust the revelation that is being given to you right now.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, I do not want to watch PBS. I do not want to watch public
The
programming.
world is not
freaking
always as it
systems.
seems, and sometimes those closest to you are not who they appear to be. There is danger in deception, and the enemy prowls like a lion, seeking to steal your peace, your joy, and your faith.
Who's
But
king?
God is calling you to rise above it, to see beyond the surface, and to discern the true nature of those around you. This is not a time to be complacent. It is not a time to ignore the quiet whispers of the Holy Spirit, urging you to pay attention. Your heart, your soul.
Wait a minute, I need to, okay, listen, my daughter, this was really crazy, and I still think it's really crazy. Okay, they said for my daughter to write a story, right? This is what it says. Once upon a time, Miss Peak was baking a cake, but she did not have enough milk. She needed an ounce of milk, but she had none, so she used poison instead. Then she needed moist bread, but she had none, so she used a donkey's head. This is weird, because my daughter's never been around any weird shit, that I know of. Then her cake was done. It looked awkward, but then she put "I love mornings" on it. I love mornings. Then she put "I love mornings" on with frosting. Then she put dresses all over her cake. Then she had to announce about her cake and that she would have an auction for her cake. Then a person who owned a lot of companies gave her 5 missiles for her cake, and then she had I don't know what that is, a flatter giving him the cake to him, so they had to destroy the cake. Everybody thought that was naughty. Then there was a scowl. Then even Mom fell asleep. The end. So anyways, these are all the words that she had to use in this story. Ounce, falter, scowl, moist, naughty, poison, destroy, awkward, ambience, auction, dresses, companies, donkeys, mourning. Okay, so we got donkeys is Democrats. Mornings is like, when you mourn someone, you're mourning. Okay, missiles, I don't know. Poison, companies, donkeys, dresses, auction. Really? It's like, come on now. I don't know. Those were bonus words. So I don't even know if this is really my daughter's schoolwork. I don't even really know. Oh, and this is another thing. Okay, so when I was at Danny's, I swore to God that I saw this on his cell phone. It said, "Tell Jordan you think her boobs are cute for the fun of it." That's what it said on Danny's phone, and I had a feeling that Danny's son, Tanner, did that because he's all into computers and shit. And Danny would get so fucking riled, but he just, when I would say, "I saw that on the phone, like, your kid's fucking with my kid, you're fucking," like, that's why I destroyed the apartment walls and his TV, because I was like, "You don't fuck with my fucking kids. I saw you fucking with my kids, and I saw that on the phone, and I know I saw that." And then Jordan is like very self-conscious about her area. So anyways, it's just none of my business to talk about what she's self-conscious about, but I just know I'm her mother. And I saw that on Danny's phone. Danny is a serial psycho fucking murderer, killer, and I know that he had something, or he knows that Wyatt was murdered, because Danny likes to just like, he likes to show off things, but like he'll act like he doesn't know, or what, I just know, I just know, okay? I hear him talking on the phone, telling all the lies to the people he has to tell lies to fucking get whatever, get his money, whatever he gets. It's stupid. So anyways, is there life after death? I don't know. Why don't you tell us, Oprah? You should know. You've seen enough death in your life.
Your
Like,
spirit
I give a shit.
is being called to something
No,
greater.
she said she could see me
God
buried
says,
in the
"You are not
floorboards or
alone in this
whatever.
journey.
And whatever I
You
scream
have a
at
shield.
Danny after he dumps
You
a
have
fucking
a guide.
trash can on my
I am
head.
with you
Yeah,
always.
because, those
My
are the words that are
wisdom
being
is
used
within you,
around me, and I'm a
through me.
Pisces, so I
You
just,
will see what others cannot see.
so, if you don't like
Trust
it,
what I am
don't
revealing
take
to
it
you.
personal. If it
Trust
don't
in the
fit, don't wear
discernment
it.
I have placed in your heart. So, as you stand at this crossroads in your life, know that God is showing you the way.
Crossroads? What crossroads? What are you talking about? Crossroads? I don't want to talk about crossroads. I don't trust that. I'm gonna have to, like, how am I gonna know that somebody's not demonic? You know, not a demonic entity or something. Trying to, yeah, right, that's just, I mean, I wish, that's kind of what I pictured, well, that's kind of what I pictured. That's what I pictured, but I don't know if that's what I pictured, but I could picture that. Anyways, that's it. I was supposed to get $1 million trillion. I'm just joking, I don't know. Claim it now. Yeah, right. Come on now, you guys. I'll try. I don't usually want
My
to,
child,
but then I used
don't
to.
skip this. If this video
Is
has
this a
found you, it's
spell?
no accident.
Is
Hear
this
me
a
clearly,
spell?
my beloved one. God himself is speaking to you now. The timing of this moment is not random. The very algorithm that led you here was not technology at work, but divine intervention. You didn't just come across this video, it found you. Out of millions scrolling through their screens, why did you stop here? Why did your finger pause when so many others simply moved on?
No,
Because
they
heaven
didn't.
has something to say to you, chosen one. You are not here by chance. This message was meant for you, and you are
How do you
being
spell
called to listen with an
resonance? I
open
don't know how to
heart.
spell resonance.
This moment is special. You might not understand why, but deep within you, something stirs. The reason you are still watching, when others
That's
have already moved past,
reasonable.
has nothing to do with mere curiosity.
Resonance.
It is because your soul has been chosen for this time.
They don't want me to
The
spell it
divine
right.
purpose behind this video is not a coincidence. If you leave these words without embracing their meaning, you risk missing the very blessing that has been set before you. This is not a time to ignore,
I'm
not
listening.
a time to look away, not a time to doubt.
I'm not
This is a
doubting.
sacred invitation for you to step into something greater. Do not let it pass by. You are here for a reason,
Is this
and that reason
creative?
is
I
to
gotta go.
receive
Bye.
a gift from
I
God.